Nas tauya taka chaja, takauya taka tamwa. Oh yeah. Tahuya taka tamwa. Tahuya taka tamwa. Nas tahuya taka tamwa. Taka janduru. Nas tahuya taka janduru. On I don't know the date, but we are rocking it. We are here. Are you here?
We are here.
Yeah, bo, zvirikushanda, zvirikufamba.
Okay.
Zvihambile lomnyaka. So last week I was hanging out with one of my boys from Harare. Funny thing is, he was talking about Hansi. Ona episode andakaita na Albert.
Ndakaona ma clip.
Ona ma clip. Hansi, Harare life is different from Gweru life.
How is that?
Harare life is different from Gweru life because in Gweru things are much easier and it's more laid back. But then Harare is fast. Vanangaito mainzana nenguva and it's funny that way. But the people say Hansi marino gadzirwa kwa Harare. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Harare ndoine moto wese.
Harare ine moto kana kuti marino gadzirwa kwa Harare. There's a difference.
Kuti mari bepa ere kana kuti kugadzirwa.
I mean as in kuti kutendera kwemari it's there are chances ekuti unoita mari uri muHarare more than uri muGweru.
Ndizvo chaizvo. Kana uri kuHarare une machances akawanda ekuita mari yakawanda.
How so?
Mugweru kwando kune vanhu vakawanda iri kuHarare. Haungaiti mari yakawanda pane vanhu vashoma.
Yeah, makes sense. So Harare po. What do you think, like, people relocating to Harare instead of just staying in their city? Ngogara mgwero toti nini chi. Igeti chimanye, let's get this money to mgwero.
Kuti utomuvha kuHarare kunenge watoona kuti ndokunenge kurina ninge waita ma calculations.
Calculations. All right. Because boys rangu riko Harare kuti life mawani. Hansi is either une mari or una mari. And to bridge the gap konetsa. Just like people were moving to the US and I heard kuti Trump aroda uto mizvimisa kuti review ma visa. Imagine uri ku US wakatoenda last year wakatuka vanhu kuno visa rovaranzi. Hey, visa chikovala.
Hey, auto deport pa. I actually don't like in I'm patriotic and I like being in Zimbabwe. So I would never leave the country for a long time if I'm leaving the country. Ndakaona episode ramakaita namako.
Yeah.
Ndo same thing chamataura makakudza kuti amungati mofarira kugara muZimbabwe musati mamboenda kune dzimwe nzvimbo. Ukaona kuti mokufarire.
No. You were saying akaenda kune dzimwe nzvimbo akadzoka.
Exactly.
No, for me is like I learn from experience and from stories that are being talked about, and I learn from research. Andika. For example, people glamorize kugara ku South Andika. They glamorize pajoza kana ndika, because I know some people vaiti ndika kuranda ngonoinda pajoza ndotonoda isondodzoka ni bruh. Nah, bruh. Because like for example, real estate prices in Zim is more expensive to spend money in Zim than in SA. Anika. What I mean by that, une $10 mno mzimka unengoita singosina mari andika. But go to SA, we convert that $10 into 200 or 250 rands. Unengo uchibola. Unengo uchibola andika. That's why vanhu vanozodzoka vojoza panoya kunokuka life yakaoma.
Yeah,
I remember someone ndiana kambondipa 100 rands. Mandango spend 2 minutes. Okay, what price 100 rand yours? I was like, bruh, that's nothing. That's like $5. Small things kana tiri mugweru andika. Tiri muzima I mean. So that's why I appreciate Zimbabwe. Inondiita kuti ndione kuti you know what. All right. Maybe ndikwazaonakirwa because I'm so used to being in Zimbabwe andika. Because I remember let me include the Marco story andika. We had gone out for my chills na Marco. Then
nobva tishandisa kadhi rake kutenga nyama in them. So takatenga nyama I think $8 andika vasai bra iyaba elenge chita seke yetu ishoma zvekuti ku SA ndaitenga ne$8. I was like, bra, this is Zimbabwe. Honor.
This is Zimbabwe.
You don't mess around. Yeah. Even property values. Do you know what imba ye 100,000 muno inenge yakasheka nika. But ukachansa ukaconvert 100,000 iyo ukaenda nyanya ku SA. Imba yonogara unenge uitonzi mbinga. Honor. Ndo pane point yangu. So I'm patriotic.
Okay.
Ndamira so wamira nditaure time zese.
All right. I like the fact that you are patriotic. It's a good thing to be patriotic.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this podcast that I've been watching, Overshadowed Podcast, it's one of those best podcasts that you meet on the way, Andika. But then it's just that it's unknown. Just like this podcast. If you're someone who has any podcast, unonakirwa nayo, but then the views doesn't really show it.
It doesn't quite reflect it.
It doesn't reflect. What do you think happens? She should take up my views because I've been wondering, Kuti, what's the story in my views? Why do we get 5 views? Why do we get 5 views?
Why?
Because there are 5 views, eh?
There are 5 views.
Pakasheka.
Mfano ndaradza ndaona nini mfeso wangu wepa next ariona.
Ovaradza wewe. So zvapera ipapo. But then the funny thing is on YouTube Andika we get a few views. I think I get around 5-6 views Andika. Then TikTok I get up to 15,000, 10,000, 24,000. What will be happening? Is it the algorithm or like what happens? What do you think TikTok it say?
TikTok I think in engagement kuti munhu akakomenda inobva yaratidza mumwe munhu because ameno zvezvashe zvichingoita ngoti munhu akatifarira robva rawedzerawo maviews.
Do you think kuti pane ma-hashtag anoshanda in terms of like the way you structure your statement?
Yeah, ma-hashtag no anoshanda.
Saike zvino ukangoti ororo I think you get ukangoti ororo lonobvotopisa because like I was looking at Majoke Ororo. I know what Ororo Motors is gonna get famous because people are bigging up kuti Ororo yakapenga because of like they are honest. Anogudza kuti mota yatina yakasheka baba.
Ndangoda nsochiti. Ndangopendiwa chiti.
So someone was talking about Ororo relationships. And I saw a clip yakanzi Ororo dogs. Ndikutengesa Ororo dog because yanga yakacheka imbo yoyo.
Ororo chickens.
So Ororo is the biggest brand right now. I think akato overtake Lomnyaka. And I feel like people in Zimbabwe are fast to move on.
Vanokusiya.
No famba because like
avamiri.
But why though? Because unowazapisa than us. Next month unenge watokanga mwinga because if we reflect back anika pana naitopisa tichita vatofa vakapera people like Tina Boy vana mujaya
but do you think
munhu wega akakwanisa kuita withstand kumbomiswa ka ndi Holy 10 but vamwe vese hey vakangosvika vakangosvika papeak then it's down. But do you think how do you think longevity munangadzana longevity say in the game though? In the game. So there's only 2 people in Zimbabwe andona vakapenga. There's Holy 10, then there's Wingy D. Andika. Wingy D it's a matter of fan base. Holy 10 it's a matter of he's smart. Akangwara in the basis of anoziva kuti because one time pakaposa miswa zvikatomira andika. Time yakanzi bamunini. Nobva azotwista narrative nobva tangoita malive. Ona. Novandanyanyisa kupusha my life which gave him my like no munhu yantonakidza ona even that beto yakaita na Tigons ukaona
ndakaona ma clip futi
but Tigons akapenga
aidira mabha.
And when Voltz was singing asiri my friends, if you come for machika asiri my friends, Holy Ten chaitotamba wakaona video racho. So that means that Holy Ten is not a hater really. Munhu anotongotonakirwa. Ona. So nguwa anenge akatakwa, you never know. Because I feel like Voltz na Holy Ten ishamwari. Kana kuti Holy Ten anoita shamwari ya Voltz. Those are like all because
the other way around.
Nah, Voltz is always chilled like that. Voltz is like my homie. He's like me. I'm chilled. You gotta like me, man. You gotta like me, man. You gotta like. So I'm not just chilled. You know, I'm so chilled. I feel like story necessary.
I need now tell you what you wanna hear. If you think you're chilled, then you're chilled.
I'm chilled. I'm nice. I'm nice. Yeah. So. Alright, this is the end of the podcast because like we don't wanna go because why waste our time? This was all about 5 views. Kana muchida kuti tiwedzere time, wedzera eva views.
Wedzerai makulayo.
Wedzerai, you know.
Yawedzerwa.
Celebrity banter.
Yawedzerwa.
So, kamira wedzera ma minutes, wedzerai ma views, then we can work. Celebrity banter, we out.
We out.